and I would help people find their why for $100 on the side. That's how it began.
Okay.
And people just kept asking me to speak, and I kept saying yes.
It's never gonna be the right time, and nobody is coming to save you. The time is now to make your dreams happen.
For many people, when they have an enormous vision, it paralyzes them.
Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time!
I wake up every morning.
Espresso, keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Sinek. Also, if you want to have more confidence, motivation, and self-love, check out my 254 series. They're free. The link to join are in the description below.
Some people see the thing that they want, and some people see the thing that prevents them from getting the thing that they want.
I would rather take the risk of walking out, knowing that I might get moved in a way that I've never experienced before, more than just go and have a nice night out and see something that I know is good.
But I'm interested in your opinion. Let's go around the room. It's too late.
I had the marketing business, lost my passion for what I was doing. That crisis was the spark that helped me find this thing called the why and then define the golden circle. And I fell in love with this idea and would literally go to my friends' apartments and give talks to their friends about this thing called the why, and I would help people find their why for $100 on the side. That's how it began.
Okay.
And people just kept asking me to speak, and I kept saying yes. So I was actually giving the talk for about 3 years before any book or TED Talk.
Gotcha.
And that's when I abandoned my marketing business, because when I realized I could make a living doing this, that people will pay me to speak and will also invite me to come and consult, I guess. But as it started to gain popularity, then the question was, what do I want to do? And I made the conscious decision not to build a consultancy, because I didn't want, for me, spreading the message was much more important. So I sort of took on the identity of sort of a modern day preacher. I had a purpose, I had a cause, I had a calling, I had something I believed in that I was going to preach, I was going to share it, I was going to stand on my bully pulpit, and I was going to look for followers to help me spread this gospel. I mean, that's really the angle I took. And that's what we've done. And the reason the message has spread is because that's what we decided we would do.
The reason most people don't win isn't because you don't have great ideas. You're a genius. The only thing missing is momentum. You're dreaming huge. That's amazing. I love it. But there is zero momentum. It's never going to be the right time, and nobody is coming to save you. The time is now to make your dreams happen. So here's a really fun example. Yesterday, I needed to take a break from my work to go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, open up my Feedly, and start looking at some of the news stories that were happening. And there was this amazing video that I saw about a busker in Toronto who a company organized what they called a cash mob instead of a flash mob, where they would all show up at this guy doing his guitar singing, playing, and just throw money at him. Not at him, but in the guitar case, right? And they probably made like $1,000. They were throwing 20s and 50s, not just pennies and dollar bills and stuff, but giving him tons of money. And he's starting to get overwhelmed. He's playing the guitar, he's getting overwhelmed. And I'm getting motivated and excited and just heartfelt. What a great moment. And I decide in that moment, we need to make this video more public. We need to spread it. This has to go up on the channel. I need to spread awareness. I want to promote this company who put this together. I love it. What a great idea. And so right away, like, here's the thing. You get a great idea. Trust your great ideas. Go do something about it. I could have easily filed that away. Next week I'll work on it. And then guess what's going to happen next week? I'm not going to work on it because I'm going to move on to something else, right? I'm in the middle of my day. I've got priorities and a plan for that day. And then this thing pops up. I trust that idea, trust that it's great, and that I gotta do something about it. Because if I'm inspired, if you're inspired, you're gonna create gold. You're gonna create magic. If you're not inspired, then just keep doing the work that you're doing. Hopefully it's not depressing and negative. It's just you're creating. It's amazing. You're in your flow. But when something new comes up that you're super excited about, I think you need to follow that through. And so I parked a little chunk of my day yesterday to then make that video. And I made the ending, and I made the thumbnail, and I made the description, and I made the title, and I created it all in one shot, and I sent it off to my editor, Christina. We love you, Christina. Say, hey, we got to put this up on the channel. Find the time, This is not scheduled in my usual content calendar, but let's find a time and put it up, right? And that maybe took, I don't know, half an hour. It took half an hour out of my day that I was supposed to do other stuff to make that happen. Because momentum matters. Momentum matters. It's the most important thing. You're a genius. The ideas that you have are gold. They're genius. You're just not doing enough with it. I'm working on my tour right now. And the most upset I've been in a while. I'm working on my tour, and we're supposed to follow up on reach out to media and influencers and people in different cities that I'm going to. So, you know, Cleveland, Cincinnati, my first 2 stops. I don't know a lot of people in Cleveland and Cincinnati. And so trying to figure out while I'm there, what's the best use of my time? Whose show can I be on? What media can I be on, right? Whether it's a YouTube show or a podcast or big media. And so we made a list of all the cities we're going to, and I assigned it to someone on my team and said, okay, we need to research who's in each city. And I just looked at it this week, and it hasn't been done yet. Nothing, no momentum, no progress, you know, not intentional, probably, you know, she's busy with doing other stuff. But I looked at the list today, it's like, it's been a week. It's 1 week today. I signed this 1 week today, and there's nothing that happened on that list. Like, apart from stealing or doing something unethical, no momentum is the worst. It is like, I can handle you spending 20 hours going down the wrong direction and making a whole bunch of mistakes, because I expect to make mistakes as we go fast, but zero momentum drives me nuts. Like, this is not acceptable. Like, as soon as we decide something, when do we start? What do you mean, when do we start? We start right now. ASAP. You gotta sign something? When? Now. When else are we doing it? Right? Like, momentum has to happen. And this is the problem, because there's so many good reasons why you can't do it now, why you shouldn't do it now, blah, 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 blah. Great, go, do it now. All those reasons are logical, they're smart, they make sense, but they're getting in the way of you actually accomplishing your goals, because the ideas that you have are gold. So how do you actually start building some momentum? I'm gonna give you a 3-step process that I think will help. Step number 1 is think big, act small. Think big, act small. Big idea, big vision, big dream. You want to change the world. You're an entrepreneur. That's why you're watching this channel. I love you. That's the best. That's amazing. And act small. What's the smallest possible way to just get started? You want to build a YouTube channel? Great. Use your phone, pick it up, press record, upload. You want to start a podcast? Awesome. I had a guy come to my workshop last week in Toronto. He said, I want to start a podcast. So I listened to you, and I just made my first episode off my phone. And it was me talking for 3 minutes as to what I'm going to do in my podcast. Like, hey guys, I'm starting a new podcast. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm experimenting. My podcast is basically about how to overcome your fear of failing. And so I'm afraid, even in this, I'm afraid right now, but this is the starting point. And as I do more, I'll get better and keep releasing episodes, and I hope you'll follow me on the journey. Great, like something like that. Great, post. There's your first episode, done. Next, right? Will that blow up? Probably not. That's okay. Don't worry about blowing up. Stop trying to be perfect. Your perfect plan isn't going anywhere. Your perfect plan is the death of momentum. That's the problem. You're trying to be perfect. The beginning is not perfect. The beginning is messy. It's supposed to be messy because you don't know what you're doing yet. That's amazing. That's awesome. Go. Create. Creation is messy. It's supposed to be. Right? If it's perfect, then you already know what you're doing. If you're living perfect, then you're only inside your comfort zone because you've done it so many times. That's boring. You don't want perfect. Create. So you think big, amazing, and then what's the smallest possible thing that you can do right now, today? Make a video, record your podcast, send an email, call somebody, book a meeting, something, momentum. Teach yourself that as soon as you get an idea, a big idea, you find a way to just get started and act small. Step number 2 is everyday momentum. Everyday momentum. You will never accomplish your big thing if you're only doing it once a month. You just won't. I say you have Michael Jordan level talent at something. Jordan was not in the gym once a month practicing. It was every day. Every day. Every day on my channel, videos go up. How did I, blow up my YouTube channel? When I'm introvert and shy and scared in front of the camera and all that stuff, by making videos every day, right? 6,000 videos later, here we are. And I'm still working on getting better. I'm still a work in progress, but I'm way better than I was before because I built momentum. People with a lot more talent than me, I passed them in growth, in momentum, because I just kept making stuff where they stopped or they slowed back, right? And it honestly, it bothers me. It's part of my mission. I look at people that I passed. I look at guys I love. I look at Tony Robbins. I look at Eric Thomas. I look at amazing speakers, people I think are way better than me at speaking. And I've passed them because they just don't make as much content. And now, YouTube isn't their only game. Tony's got tons of businesses. Yes, amazing. But at the same time, you have this gift. You have this ability to reach so many people. It bothers me that I'm ahead. You should be crushing it. And so every single day, you want to get great at your thing. Every single day, every single day, every single day. Practice, release, create. If you practice something that you loved every day, from today until the end of 1 year, from 1 year from now, you're going to be great at it. If you love it and you practice every day, you will get great at it. Your life will be totally different. Your business will be totally different. Your relationships will be totally different. Everything will be totally different for the better. Better, bigger, more impact, more love, more joy, more happiness, more fulfillment, because you're doing the thing every day. And what started off as finding 20 minutes a day to practice may seem impossible, and then you find the 20 minutes, and then you do it for 20 minutes, and then you start getting better. And then that 20 becomes 40, becomes 60, becomes 80, becomes a business. Now you're getting paid. Now you can hire a team. Now you can keep growing. But it starts with you every single day building momentum for your business. And step number 3 is expect to suck at the beginning. This is what hurts so many people. You expect to be great at the beginning. Why do you expect to be great at the beginning? You think Jordan just stepped up to the 3-point line and just sunk one at the start? No. You suck at the start. You're supposed to suck at the start. Doesn't mean you suck as a person, as a human, but you're supposed to not. How do you think you're gonna have the skill set when you've never done it before? The quantity leads to the quality. Create quality work. Yes, great, but how do you create quality work? By doing. By practicing, by doing it every single day. So expect to suck. Reduce the burden on yourself to create something amazing, to create a masterpiece the first time out. It's gonna be brutal. It's gonna suck. That's amazing. It's why I kept all my videos up on my channel. You can go back on my channel. April 2009 was the first video that I uploaded. Go back and watch it. It's still there. To show the journey. It sucked. Like, I look back and it's cringeworthy. I'm embarrassed. I'm nervous. I'm shy. Like, I don't want to watch that video. But it shows the whole journey of how I progressed. I sucked at the beginning. Everybody sucked at the beginning. You will suck at the beginning. It's okay. It's normal. It's natural. It's amazing. Let's go. Now I have a special bonus script that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, question of the day, I want to know what is one thing that you can do right now, right after watching this video, to build momentum for your ideas. Let me know. Put it down in the comments below. And if you're still here watching the video, you made it this far, I want to celebrate you. Give me a hashtag believe in the comments as well.
And vision is great. Some people have amazing, huge, big, grand visions, and they love it and they step into it and they rise up to that occasion, and that's awesome. Like, if that's you and that's how you're built and that's what works for you, you can rock on. For many people, when they have an enormous vision, it paralyzes them. They have no idea how to accomplish it. I see people cry in workshops all the time. It's so big, I don't know how to do it. I want to change the world. I'm like, don't worry about changing the world, change one person's life. If we can focus there, stay there for a little bit, we're gonna get to that thing. Maybe. Otherwise, it's all good because you're still doing the work that you were born to do.
I have in my list of daily habits to make something every day. And by and large, a lot of the things that I make, it's making a podcast every week and building Creative Live, sharing photos and whatnot. But I think what's important is that you make small things and big things. Here's the cool thing. There actually isn't a tension between making small things every day and making something big that impacts the world. The reality is that they have to exist together, and you can't actually make something big without making something small on a regular basis. Not only is making small things the way that you stack them together and make something big, but small things made every day, they will trigger ideas and concepts and thoughts about what big thing is actually worth making.
If you want to know Simon Sinek's mindset for success, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
I tend to believe that there's no finality in anything. It's not like, even though our lives are finite, life is infinite.